Welcome to Provatech. My name is Raju. C programming language tutorial by Provatech. Today I am explaining the concepts of what is C programming language and history of C language, a simple program in C and how to use the comments, what are the advantages, next what are the data types in C, what are the keywords in C, what are the variables in C, how to declare the variable in C on initialization of a variable, what are the input output functions in C. Introduction to C language. C programming language developed at AT&T Bell Laboratories of USA in 1972, designed and written by Dennis Ritchie. And C is highly portable. Portable means that software written for one computer can be run on the another computer, like CAD applications, like ATM machines. Write software for ATM machine written for one computer that can be run on multiple computers. That is portability. This is highly portability. C program is basically collection of functions. So suppose that one file contains multiple lines, so then uh, developer unable to understand that code, and if any bug comes into that file, so finding is very difficult. So C program is basically collection of functions. So if we have multiple lines, then these lines convert into functions, then anyone can able to understand any lines of code. So basically collection of functions. Next is the development of C. So before invention of C, we have so many languages. Algol in invented in 1960s, invented by developed by international group. Algol means algorithmic language. Like algorithmic language means like Fortran 77, Fortran 70. Like these have mm, algorithmic languages like move, run, copy, like this commands. So in 1967, Martin Richards developed by BCPL. BCPL means Basic Combined Programming Language. In 1970, Ken Thompson developed B language. In 1972, Dennis Ritchie developed by C language. Actually, C language is combination of BCPL and B language. See, in 1960s, ALGOL, algorithmic language, in developed by international group. BCPL developed by Martin Richards in 1967. After BCPL, B was developed by Ken Thompson in 1970s. Then Dennis Ritchie developed by C language in 1972. After that, some more changes, and Kernighan and Ritchie implemented uh, uh, C language developed by 1972, and in 1978 Kernighan and Ritchie developed more features. Then in 1988 ANSYS was entered into the market, and 1990 ISO committee has it has more features in C. So ANSI means American National Standards Institute. ISO means International Organization for Standardization. So this is the history of C. Before invention of C, we have three more languages: algorithmic language, basic combined programming language, and B language. So C language is a combination of BCPL and B language. After invention of C language by Dennis Ritchie, then Kernighan and Ritchie add more features to C in 1978, then added more pointers like these concepts in 1989 and 1999. ISO committee has developed. This is the history of C. So what are the uses of C programming language? So C was used for developing system applications like CAD tool applications. CAD tool means computer aided design tool applications like AutoCAD, SolidWorks, CATIA, NX, String 3. These are these are developed by C and C++ code because C was robust and hackers cannot hack the code if you write in the C because pointers is very hot of the C language. So then next ATM machines. For ATM machines also they used C language for developing the applications. Language interpreters, compilers, different compilers like Visual Studio compiler for Windows, a GCC compiler for Unix or Linux. So uh, compilers applications are also written by C language. Operating systems, Windows operating system, Mac operating system, like Unix, Linux operating system, network drivers, and word processors also. What are the advantages of C? C is the building block for many other programming languages. So basically C is the parent of all another languages like C++, Java, Python. So C is the basic language. Then these are all, so that means C++, Java, C Sharp, .NET, Python. These are the superset of C. So C is the parent. All languages are child of C. So C is the building block for many other programming languages. C++, Java, .NET, Python. These are the superset of C. Programs written in C are highly portable. That means portability. Software written on one computer can be run on another computer. This is the portability. Several standard functions are there, like in built functions that can be used to develop programs, like math.h. This is one standard library in C. So this contains sqrt, square root function, pow, power function, modulus function, cos, sine, tangent functions, cos inverse, sine inverse, tan inverse functions. So these are functions inbuilt to in C. So developer don't bother about to implement these functions. Suppose square root of 25. If you use math.sqrt of 25, automatically you will get the result. That means math.sqrt of 25, you will get the output 5. Like cosine functions, sine functions, tan functions, power functions, math.pow, suppose 2 comma 5, that means 2 power 5, you will get 4, 8, 16, 32. The output is 32. So developer don't bother about the implementation of sqrt and pow functions. That means several standard functions are there like in built that can be used to develop the programs. C programs are collections of C library functions. So math is one library function, and it's also easy to add function to the C library. So if any user implement any new library, that one added to C library. The modular structure makes code debugging, maintenance, and testing easier. I already said that C has functions, right? In the previous video, so C has built in the functions. So if you write functions in a file, then anyone can able to understand the code and debugging easier, maintenance and testing also easier. These are the advantages of C. So see that C program is basically collections of functions. That is the one of the advantage in C. So if we have functions, then coding, debugging, maintenance and testing is easier. Now, what are the disadvantages of C language? So, C doesn't provide object-oriented programming concepts. So, C doesn't provide objecting. What are the OOP concepts? Abstraction, encapsulation, inheritance, polymorphism. These concepts doesn't provide any C language. This is the one of the disadvantages. So, there are no concepts of namespace in C. So, suppose that if you declare I have int I equal to 5, then again I declared I. So in this time the compiler throws the error. I is already declared, the variable of I is declared, so multiple declaration happened. This type of error thrown the compiler. So this can be resolved using namespace. So there is no namespace concept in the C. And C doesn't provide binding or wrapping of data into a single unit. So suppose we have some data members and functions. C doesn't provide the unity. The combined into single unit. Data members and functions cannot be single unit in C language. So this feature has implemented in the C++, C#.NET like this. Then C doesn't provide any constructor and destructor mechanism. So constructor means this is happened, the object automatically created for the class of single unit class. So C doesn't provide the constructor and destructor features. These are the disadvantages in C. Then how C works that? So before that, I have one simple sample program. So this is the hello world. So user any student can able to download Visual Studio Express Edition from Google. Then we can start the program using C language. So the file name extension of the extension of the file name is .c. This is sample program. So the file name is sample.c. So I have some preprocessor directives. I have one program void main printf get character. So here the string hello world is displayed in the window. This is the sample.c program. So how C works that? So compiler doesn't know any language like English, Tamil, Telugu. The compiler doesn't know about this English language. So compiler knows only binary codes. That means 1 and 0. So whenever we build the solution, this code like void main, printf, get, ch, these are converted into 1 zeros binary code. Whenever we build the solution, compiler creates the obj file. Obj is the binary file. This is not visible. This contains only 1 and zeros. Then linker taking this object file, obj file, and converted into exe file. Whenever we run the solution, the output is displayed on the console window. Right? So we have .c program, compiler converted into obj file, obj having only binary code 1 and zeros, then linker converted obj to exe file. So this is how C works. C is a compiler language. A compiler is a special tool that compiles the program and converts it into OBJ file, which is machine readable. We cannot any human can't read that file because that file having only one and zeros binary code. After the comparison process, the linker will combine different OBJ files and create single executable file to run the program .exe program. So this is the flowchart of the how C works. This is our simple code, that means sample.c. This is void main printf like this. Then then this compiler converts sample.c program to sample.obj file or sample.vo file. This is machine readable file. Then linker converted obj file to exe file. Whenever user runs the exe file, the output is displayed on the console window. This is sample.c converted into obj file. Obj file is machine readable. Machine doesn't know about any language except binary code only, one and zeros. So convert obj file to exe file using linker. This is working flowchart of C. One sample program in C. This is sample program. Display the hello world on the console window using C language. So we have slash include stdio.h slash include conio.h. So stdio.h means standard input output library. So this library contains this printf and scanf functions. Okay. Conio.h means clear the screen, and any function, any programming language starts with the main function. Main is the function, and any program having only one main function. So execution starts from here, then comes to curly braces, then comes to printf statement. This is sequential execution. Then comes to printf statement. The printf statement, so this is the string hello world displays on the console window. This is the console window. So printf means the output is displayed on the screen. So getch means get the character to terminate the function. So if we won't write getch, this console window automatically executed and closed. So if it is there, this console window will be visible. Otherwise, it is not visible. So void is return type of main function. Then void means there is no return. So here type to int main function. So execution starts from the main, then comes to curly braces. The printf is the output statement. That's why scanf is readable statement. Printf is output statement. So printf is hello displayed on the console window. It is return type. It is the return type. So return the some value. A brief explanation of all this one. stdio.h, conio.h are preprocessor directives. These are the preprocessor directives that notifies the compiler to include header file. This is stdio.h header file. conio.h are also header file in the program before compiling the source code. Printf and scanf are the inbuilt functions of stdio.h. So int or void. it is the return value. I will explain these return values in function class. Main is the main function where the program execution begin. So every C program must contain only one main function. So this is any programming language, execution starts from the main. So curly braces which shows how much the main function have its scope. So after ending the curly brace, so the main function has the scope of the main function is only starting curly braces and ending curly braces. This is the printf. It is the function in C which prints the text on the screen. Next, getCH function asks for a single character. Until you press any key, it blocks the screen. Return at the end of the main function, return the value based on the integer or void. If it is void, there is no return type. If it is integer, then we have to return some integer variable, integer value. So once again, I repeat the sample program. So stdio.h, conio.h, both are preprocessor directives, and printf scanf for part of the stdio.h. So any programming language starts with the main function. So programming starts from the main, then the statements are executed one by one. So first printf is the output is displayed on the screen or console window. So hello world is displayed on the console window. Getch is the terminating function. If user don't write there, then console window executed and not visible. If you write getch, then console window visible, then user can see the hello world on the console window. This is the explanation of sample programs. So comments for previous program, this is the preprocessor directive, right? I explained stdio.h preprocessor directive. This is the single line comment // this is the single line comment. So whenever we compile the solution, comments are not executed. Remaining code will execute, but comments are not executed. Comments can be single line comments, can we write // or /*. If we have multiple comments, then I will show to next slide. So comments, you can place comments in your source code that are not executed as part of the program. So when you compile the program, comments are not executed. Why comments are needed? So anyone, if you use comments, anyone can understand that what the function does. Suppose I have to add sum of two numbers. So whenever I implement the function, before that I used comments like sum of two numbers. Then anyone can understand this function can do sum of two numbers like that. The main advantage are anyone can understand that one. So comments provide clarity to the C source code, allowing others to better understand what the code was intended to accomplish and greatly helping in debugging the code. So if you, that means that any developer, suppose one developer implements some source of code in C, then he moved to next level. So another developer came to the same position. If he see that code, then if comments are there, then he can able to understand, and implement it. That main advantage of the understanding. So comments are especially important in large projects containing hundreds of thousands of lines of source code, or in project in which many contributors are working on the source code. Suppose if a file has multiple thousands of lines code, then without any comment, anyone can't understand that code. So if user write the comments properly, then anyone can easily understand that language. So a comment starts with a slash asterisk and ends with asterisk slash and can be anywhere in our program. So for examples, small examples. So single line comment is slash slash addition of two numbers. Another single line comment slash asterisk addition of two number star asterisk. So if you use multi-line comment, use slash asterisk, then you can write anything. So suppose this C language tutorial agar is Provatec. What are purpose to addition of two numbers? What is the language? C language. Then end with star s. So the code behind slash slash asterisk and asterisk slash is all our command lines. Whenever we compile the program, these code won't be executed because these are comments. Comments are mainly useful to understanding what the function does. Okay, those single line comments and multi-line comments. So what are the data types in C? So data types are three types. One is primitive data type, second is derived data type, third is user defined data type. So primitive data types are character, integer, float or double, long, void. So character means char. This is the data type is char. Suppose char ch. Ch is a variable of character data type. Int x. X is a variable of integer data type. Float f. So f is a variable of float data type. Void is it means that no return type. So what are the derivatives? There are three types of derivatives. One is signed, unsigned, long double. So signed data types are signed char, signed short, signed int, signed long. Unsigned data types are unsigned char, unsigned short, unsigned int, unsigned long. And one more derived data type is long double. Unsigned means it is only positive, not negative. Signed means it is negative, unsigned means positive, long double. So third user defined data types are arrays, the single dimensional array, multi-dimensional array, two-dimensional array, and structure using struct keyword, union, and enum. These are the data types. There are three types of data types: primitive data types, derived data types, user-defined data types. Primitive data types categorized into char, integer, float, double, long. Derived data types are signed, unsigned, and user data types are arrays, structure, union, enum. So what is the size of these data types? So size of the primitive data types is anything are compiler dependent. So sometimes compiler, suppose integer some compilers takes 2 bytes of memory. Some other compilers like Linux, Unix, these compilers integer takes 4 bytes of memory. So size of these data types dependent on the compiler, like Visual Studio compiler or GCC compiler. So this is the sizes of data types. So character or signed char, it takes one size of byte. So one byte means 8 bits. 8 bits. So the range of character data type is -128 to 127. So unsigned char. Unsigned char also takes that one size of byte, one byte equal to 8 bits. Then unsigned means there is no negative. So that's why 0 to the range is 0 to 255. So int or signed int, it takes 2 bytes of memory. So the range is minus 32,768 to 32,767. So unsigned is positive, it takes 2 bytes of memory. 2 bytes means 1 byte equal to 8 bits, 2 bytes equal to 16 bits. So the range is 0 to 65,535. Then short int or unsigned short int, it takes 2 bytes of memory and range is 0 to 255. Signed short int takes 2 bytes of memory and range is -128 to 127. Long int or signed long int takes 4 bytes of memory. Unsigned long int also takes 4 bytes of memory. There is no negative value for unsigned long int. So float data type having 4 bytes of memory. 4 byte of memory means 1 byte equal to 8 bits, 4 bytes equal to 4 into 8, 32 bits. And long double having 10 bytes. 10 bytes means 10 into 8, 80 bits of memory. Long double having taking 80 bits of memory. So those are the data types: integer, char, float, long double, array, structure, enum. These are the data types. Next is keywords. What is keyword? Keyword is a reserved word, so you cannot use it as a variable name and constant name. So if we define keyword, that is not used for the variable name and constant name. There are 32 keywords in C language. See that: auto, constant, double. Double is the data type, float is data type, int is data type, short is data type, struct is